Ito bought a tray of freshly baked cookies. Murasaki doesn't get any though. I'll be frank, I don't know if I trust Ito's cooking. Murasaki, you're probably better off not having any. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toonling. Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalcarus. You know me as the man who fell down earlier, and I just never put it back up. Don't worry, Kazuichi didn't steal it or nothing. Didn't send his entourage in to steal it or nothing. I just dropped it. That happens. But I am the United States Aviator. Welcome back to another phenomenal, fantastic, absolutely glorious episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games fan voting season, or the fan voting time is now upon us. Make sure to pay attention to the description and the community tabs and the pin comment of the Hunger Games episodes and whatnot, because it's time to get things on the road. I think currently the first fan vote is still open. That closes tomorrow. First 4 singles are open, as well as the tag team big fan vote. The narrowed down fan vote. To see who's the most popular, who you guys want to see, who you think deserves that spot. I want to know, I'm curious. I'm curious because a lot of the favorite teams are already in that match. So, we'll see. That being said, it's the red team battle. The Raging Reds, they had a reason to rage this season. They were mad. They were big mad, and they should have been. They were in the lead for a single week. Not even a whole week, I think they were in the lead for a day. And then blue team turned it around, and then they ran, and they ran, and they ran. And they never slowed down. At that point, it seemed like red team never stood a chance. They always had a chance. It's just blue team said, you know, we're gonna make sure that chance doesn't exist. That being said, should we just get a red team battle? I still want to see some of the red team members interact with the red team between OCs and that's the wrong squid right there. He doesn't have the championship. Waffle Maker? Nah, I gotta change that. But we'll go through. Glad I scrolled down and looked at that. I thought I got everybody. But I sure didn't. Freaking squid. Hey. But that's a future me problem. A current me problem is going through everyone who's here today. First and foremost, we got the Mets, baby. Headphone vibing, shorty sleepover, watching the world burn, mama and daddy. Seeking justice, friendly fisticuffs, unhealthy obsessions, Pinky in the Brain, beauty sleep, concealed blades, the royal shepherds, unhinged commanders, final gambit, the him bros, anthropology, accident prone, the detectives, speak no evil. Voice of the voiceless, nothing to report, trapper and trappy, fashion forward, book club, bug hunters, samurai woman. And it's when you take out the blue team members between them, it's really interesting that Sil and Sarah are like right next to each other. It's interesting because yeah, it's been a hot second since we announced another 2 people for those big ladder matches at AV Mania, and I think it's time to announce another couple. We got in the men's ladder match. It is time to get some Your Turn to Die representation up in here. He is physically inept, but somehow, someway, he might find a way to climb that ladder and win this match. So is here in that match, and she's not gonna have a problem in hers. She is going on to that women's ladder match, and it is sharpshooting, steel-minded, treasure hunting, stock exchanging, soul stabbing, pep talking, high-fiving, big berserking, big sister Sarah, here to save ya, here to climb the ladder, and here to retrieve what lies atop. What will it be? Find out at AV Mania. So, Sarah, best of luck to you. Mainly so, he's going to need luck. we've seen what happens in these matches. He's about to get blacked. Good luck, so good luck. But let's continue. We got the Daring Devotees, Ultimate Hopes, One with Nature, Soldier of Fortune, Something in the Water, New Era. And then the red from the OCs. Koemi, Satsushi, Kiyomi, Rai, Icon, the Hunger Games, Kono, Ari, Hideko, Daichi, me, Bite, Houdin, Aya, Sky, Nunzio, Rain, Shosoku, Natalie, Kiyoshi, former champion Squid, because that picture's incorrect now, Marusaki, Xiaomu, Tigra, Tony, Kagami, me. I was on blue team, I think, and I betrayed blue team, went to red team, and jinxed the heck out of them. June, Toasty, Yui, Rosaka, Kujo, Amber, Kiki, Alexander Adams, Denver, Natasha, Rayo, Sagi. Oh, this is where we're going to, let me backtrack just a little bit. And say, From the Shadows, Blood Red Roses, Smooth Moves, Toyland, Clay Pigeons, Record Sales, Laughing Fit, Carleon Katsumi, Hair and Makeup. I have to, every time I just, gotta fix that. Every time it does this, and I hate it. Hate it with a passion, but there they are. Hair and Makeup, Anamanga, Astral Plane's former champions could regain those titles, though, in the tag team finale. Catch 'em all. Your Agents of Chaos could become tag team champions in the tag team finale as well. And then we add Monofony, Monotaro, Monosuke, Monodam, Kurakuma, Big Junko, Jin, the Nanokumas, Justice Hammer 1, Mechamaru, and Alter Ego. And please excuse me while I go and change the few things that I need to change. I'll be with. There we go. Get that title off of him. Get that title off of the Waffle Maker. There we go. No title. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good now, the Waffle Maker. Oh, you know what? It is red team, although blue team, you know, they did win. I think I want to give red team their due. They fought. Let's get some red in here. Red right there. Yeah, I'll give it to red team. They had a good match. They had a good showing. But, give me the music. Make your picks. First, second, and third. Make those picks. I'm gonna make them too. Make them in the comments. Go and make them. Make them right here, right now. This match is literally just for fun. Except, people could earn entry into the Hunger Games World Pancake Championship Invitational. One of these people could become your next World Pancake Champion, but they gotta get into the match to do it. It's anybody's game. And I have to ask you, just who do you got? I'm taking... You pick your first. You pick 5. Pick 5. I said pick 5 last time, pick 5 this time too. I'm gonna take Shoko for first. Give me Seiko for second, my janitor, janitor. Yai Miko for third, and then give me 2 OCs. Give me myself. I want to see if I jinx myself. Give me for first, in fact. Because, you know, if I'm a jinx, and I pick me, a negative times a negative is a positive, you know? Unless we're adding negatives, in which case... Uh-oh. I'm gonna take me for first. Give me the rest of those picks for second through fourth, and then for fifth, give me, I want either Denver or Natasha, because I do like Clay Pigeons a lot, I won't lie. I'll take Natasha. I'll take Natasha this time around. But those are my picks. Ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are ready. It's time to get the show on the road. And without further ado, the only way to start this red team battle is one way only. Pablo, it's been a minute, my guy. You know what? You know what we haven't done in a long time? Rolled you and Asnir. Where's Asnir? Do you know? Go get him for me. Goodness gracious! Well, they're both here. What did you have to do to go and get him? What did you do? You've been working out. That's crazy. Well, their power levels, I can feel it. Still nowhere near equal, but you know what? Maybe Pablo's been training to get some self-defense ever since he got stabbed by the relentless and ruthless villain known as Kazuichi, the ultimate pimp. Let's roll to both of my boys, my baby boys. Love you both. But One more good toss and we see. Oh, for a second there, I thought it was double ones, but it is double twos. The boys. The boys. Good job on you two. So we're simulating not one time, not 2 times, not even 3 times, but for both of my boys, both rolling 2s, the twin 2s. Hey, we're rolling 4 times, and we're getting the show on the road. Red team, you tried. As a consolation prize, some of you might go on to that World Pancake Championship match, and you know what? It's not impossible, there are Red Team members. In the finales, Red Team could walk out with all the titles. That'd be something to talk about, that would be something to talk about. However, let's proceed and let's see what unfolds, and we start off with the bloodbath. Ladies, gentlemen, Kibo's running away from the cornucopia, but what is he running from? He's running from the horn sound! The horns. Thank you very much, Horn Bears. You do so every time is so good. Kibo's running from that cornucopia, and Natasha runs away as well. Daisaku takes a shock from inside of the cornucopia. Beat runs away. Ashi stabs Fat Togami with a tree branch, and he's the first one out as Yosuke runs from the cornucopia. Mochi grabs a sword. Mochi's like, Today I choose violence. George finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Kuramata cries in despair, accomplishing nothing. Chihiro gets a kitchen knife, then stabs Maya. Chihiro also chose violence, so did So, as he shoots a poisonous dart at Haiji's neck, killing him. Goodness gracious. So is like, you know what? I don't need muscles to win at AV Mania. I just need weapons. And you know what? Facts, So. Big facts. That's how Mitsurai did it. Monotaro takes a handful of throwing knives. Carleone bashes Azuru's head in with a mace. Yep, that's me, Hana. You may be wondering why I stepped on a landmine. Well, it all started back in the year of the aviator. Those landmines are dangerous. Pekka runs away from the cornucopia. Beto grabs as many weapons as humanly possible. Monodam and Sky recognize each other and both put their trust in one another. The Nanokumas run away from the cornucopia. Tiki and Midori recognize each other. Both put their trust in one another. Tiki, don't trust that man's. Don't trust that man's. We might call him Daddy, but it's not for a good reason. Junko runs away from the cornucopia. Shiba runs away as well. Rayo plays all the horn bear instruments at once. It's so awful. The horn bearers team up and absolutely demolish Rayo. Masaru grabs 2 swords and spins rapidly on the spot, cleaving Daichi, Lyko, and Justice Hammer 1, Taichi grabs a backpack and retreats. Pan runs away from the cornucopia. Kagi finds a book titled To Cook Satsuna, a beginner's guide. Satsuna is both amazed and horrified at the level of detail within the book. Kana finds a model cornucopia inside of the cornucopia. Mekamaru catches Ai off guard and kills her. Agent of Chaos out of this one. Ito bought a tray of freshly baked cookies. Murasaki doesn't get any though. I'll be frank, I don't know if I trust Ito's cooking. Murasaki, you're probably better off not having any. Mikan and Munakata make a suicide pact, but Shiki manages to kill them both before they can go through with it. Satsushi sets fire to the cornucopia, incinerating Hiro, Ari, and Chisa. Ganyu runs away from the cornucopia. Big Junko time travels in from a past game in her blue her blue police call box? How did you fit in that thing? It must be bigger on the inside. Tigra and the Great Gozu fight for a bag. The Great Gozu gives up and retreats. As big and buff as he is, he couldn't take on Tigra. Saki spins around as well with machetes and triple beheads Shamir, Kai, and Nunzio. This is a really bloody bloodbath. Uh-oh. Aiko and Monosuke wrestle over a bag. Rain comes in, throws pocket sand at the both of them, allowing him to snatch the bag with ease. Azura begs for one of the weapons at the end is picked up. He feels bad and luckily gives it to Azura. Makoto plays all the horn bearer instruments at once. You should just stick to your own. Stick to your French horn, buddy, because it's so bad that the rest of the horn bearers team up and take out Makoto. They're like, don't put your mouth on our instruments. Mr. H runs away from the cornucopia. Taka begs for one of the weapons that Edelgar's picked up. She feels bad, gives it to Taka. Kujo finds a canteen full of water. Nagisa and Kori engage in a friendly knife fight. Jin receives a trident from inside of the cornucopia. Gatekeeper runs away from the cornucopia. Sonia sets fire to the cornucopia, incinerating Kiki, Rai, and Monokuma. There's been so much fire in the cornucopia. Dimitri runs away from the cornucopia. Squid smashes Kazuichi across the face with a brick, but the ultimate pimp shrugs off the blow. He's like, I'm prepared for AV Mania. So am I, Kazuichi. So am I. Miko opens a pack of gum as she enters the arena. Shoka, Katsumi, and Crazy Oko appear from nowhere. asking for a piece, Aika is unable to convince Hina not to kill her. Amber runs away. Hideko gets a kitchen knife. Kono rides into the arena on a unicorn? That's hype. Mukuro runs away from the cornucopia. Koemi and Mizuki fight Rindo and Avius. Somehow we survive. Yo, I don't know how we did that. I sure don't know how we did that. Mizuki should have beaten the both of us single-handedly. Maybe Rindo reverse time like 90 times to make sure that we were able to find a way to win. Oda finds a torn photo of Crom within his pocket. The word daddy scribbled on the back. No, please. Wait, no, that was a joke. Do not. I know y'all are gonna do it. I know you will. I know. Don't you dare. Don't you dare suggest it. I know one of y'all is terrible and awful and dreadful. Going into that Hunger Games suggestion, you're gonna take player 1, finds a torn photo of Crom within his, or torn photo of player 2 within his pocket. The word daddy scribbled on the back, and it's all my fault. Dang it. Himiko already killed Felix at the start but gets penalized because the horns hadn't sounded. Himiko, you should know better. Gonta finds a huge rocket launcher. Marie cries in despair, accomplishing nothing. Naoto runs away from Cornucopia. Nagito runs away as well. Alter Ego uses a shovel to kill and bury Natalie. Kyutaro and Seiko have a competition to see how many Komodo dragons they can kill this game. Bless up. Thank you. Get in there, you two. Sumiya runs away from the Cornucopia. June runs away as well. Tharja finds a book titled To Kill Murasaki, a beginner's guide. Murasaki is both amazed and horrified at the level of detail within this book. The comment section about all of their mana coins on Kurakuma, so we better win. Saika just didn't show up. A stray bolt of lightning causes Buff Santa and Nane Aichiaki to switch bodies. The mastermind switching bodies with the buffest Santa of them all? Oh no. Monofini throws a hatchet into Xingqiu. Rest in peace. That's spelled wrong, isn't it? It's IU. Dang, I keep doing that. Sarah runs away from the cornucopia. Turnip Boy comes to the arena to capture a dangerous killer escaped from the insane asylum. Are you sure it's not you, Turnip Boy? Are you sure? Toasty runs away from the cornucopia. Denver sets off an explosive, killing Rosaka and Keiji. I thought about picking you, Denver. I thought about it. You go and win this one. Go win. Go. You can be the champion of the red team. Red team champion. I believe in you. Neku runs away from the cornucopia. Angie finds a teleporter, teleports her right behind me. I put a fence up ages ago. Kotoko was unable to convince me not to kill her. Rest in peace. Renmaru spots his most prized possession hidden amongst the supplies he goes to grab, but Iris reaches it first. Houdini runs away from the cornucopia. Kanji, Kanan, Chiaki, and Spurlius form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Oh no. Oh my. Bite plays all of the hornbearer instruments at once. It's so beautiful. The hornbearers have subdued. Bite can't play instruments. He's a TV head. He simulated that sound. Don't let him fool you. Yui finds a pistol, shoots Shosoko and Dojima with it. Tony and Shuichi work together with as many supplies as humanly possible. Mama runs away from the cornucopia, so does Toko. Kiyomi is sick and tired of these reptiles, grabs a hat, grabs a net, joins Avi's animal control. Kazuha finds a wizard robe in the cornucopia, puts it on. Wizard Kazuha. I respect it. Natsuki finds a bag full of explosives. Felicia runs away from the cornucopia and Kiyoshi falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Poor Kiyoshi. You hate to see that, but you love to see day one is Gonta really doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Nagisa and Felicia play cards. Felicia loses all of her life points and is killed for it. Well, yeah. That's my employee of the month, but I love Felicia. The Nanokuma sprained their ankle while running away from Kibo. All of them? Collectively? All of their ankles? Sumiya uses their special attack on Monosuke, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. It did no damage. Big Junko and Turnip Boy have a picnic on a cliff. AV comments on how nice this is, right? Small Turnip Boy and big old Junko. Suddenly the cliff falls from beneath them. Turnip Boy and Big Junko. They are both dead. Well, it's Big Junko's fault. She was too big. The cliff couldn't handle her weight. Nagito collects fruit from a tree. Nekomaru asks if June likes boats, leading June to go on a tirade about how much he loves boats. Nekomaru kills June as he is rambling. You hate to see it. Mr. H drives up to Makidonald's, wants an ice cream. Fortunately, the ice cream machine is working. How lucky. Hideko questions Kono's sanity. Shiki makes a poem for Angie. Sets sushi. An old favorite wakes up and has pancakes for breakfast. Satsushi, it is with great honor that I put you into the World Pancake Championship match. Go win it, go do it, it's all you. It's your time. Edelgard shows Tharja, her murder list. At the top is Tharja's name. It's in bold too. Run, Tharja. Kizaru eats cheese puffs. Aiko seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Monofini questions her sanity. Shiba makes a slingshot. Junko offers to sell her friendship to Gatekeeper. You might not want to take that one, Gatekeeper. Muguro stabs Oda in the back with a trident. Nitasha questions Marusaki's sanity. Pillars of lava shoot out of the ground as Tiki and Monodam duel to the death. Monodam actually slips, falls to the ground just as a pillar of lava erupts underneath him. That's what you get for fighting a dragon. Houdin puts cat ears on alter ego. They're actually kind of cute. There's been a lot of cat ears yesterday and today. Naoto chases Beto around with a mace. Goodness gracious, Naoto. He is not funny. He's never been funny and never will be funny. Denver starts writing a novel. Will they ever finish it? Katsumi confesses her love for Kujo. Kujo replies saying, "Cool, see you, homie," and leaves. Goodness gracious. Kazuichi receives a gift from a secret admirer, a giant stuffed bear. Maybe it's rigged with explosives. Kagami accidentally destroys Taichi's cabbage stand. No, not his cabbages. Yosuke is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Amber works for Avi's wares in the Amber. My gosh, what is up with Amber lately? Amber's been so bloodthirsty. Works for Avi's wares and despairs, and I hired her because she's bloodthirsty apparently. And is sick and tired of so many people defecting Yoko's items in misfortune, so she burns it down. Luckily, Dimitri, who works there, brought insurance to her last week. Unfortunately, Kazuha, Miko, Midori, Seiko, and Kori all get burned alive. Amber considers this a win. Fair. Taka commits Sora. Ashi eats cheese puffs. Sagi encounters a fruit bat, takes a liking to him, joins the side. Kana sets off an explosive, killing Toko and Mi Ito. Receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Chihiro reminisces about the year of the ascent. Bite finds the remains of a pirate ship. Oh my goodness. Neku is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Iris puts on a pair of stutter shades, increasing her aesthetic level tenfold, making Panth and Kurokuma envious. Rindo reminisces about the year of the ascent. Masaru violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit. Monotaro does a sick kickflip but fails the landing, falls flat on his face. Mama breaks the fourth wall and compliments you in particular. That's real mama of you. Hina, Azura, Sky track down and chill with Ganyu. Murasaki and Natsuki gives Natsuki her blessing to marry Rain. Natsuki and Rain have no idea what the heck she's on about. Yui steals a tray of the end's freshly baked cookies. Shoka makes a deal with Marie. Beat falls into a pit but somehow lives. Peko feigns death, tricking Buff Santa, ignoring her. Crazy Yoko finds the remains of a Viking ship. Toshi has balloons. Nane Achiaki comes and pops them. Krom sprains his ankle while running away from Setsuna. Mochi tries to sleep the entire day. Tiger seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Jin, Mi, Great Gozu, and Kiyomi track down and kill Ranmaru. So, sleeps the entire day away from everyone else. Sarah, Sonia, and Tony do the torture dance while torturing Squid. Oh my goodness. You get him! Get him! George, for the waffles! Get him! Get those waffles, burn them while you're at it. Pancakes forever. George accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Carleone spends the whole day walking around in shoes made of Legos. He is truly transcended beyond humanity. Daisaku washes his hands in the river, and Kurumada puts cat ears on Shuichi. He is so cute that it kills Kurumada. Goodness gracious, we lost 56. In comparison to the blue team panel, oh my gosh. First and foremost, it's a Claire de Lune for Fatogami, Maya, Haiji, Azuru, Hana, Reo, Daichi, Liko, Justice Ember 1, Aya, Mikon, Munakata, Hiro, Ari, Chisa, Shamir, Kai, Nunzio, Makoto, Kiki, Rai, Monokuma, Aika, Koemi, Mizuki, Himiko, Felix, Natalie, Sayaka, Shingcho, Rosaka, Keiji, Katoko, Kanji, Kanon, Chiaki, Spirilius, Shosoku, Dojima, Kiyoshi, Felicia, Big Junko, Turnip Boy, June, Oda, Monodam, Kazuha, Miko, Daddy, Seiko, Kori, Toko, Mi, Renmaru, George, Kurumada, and we still have quite a few to go though. 88. It's still a big fight field. A big fight field. So we're gonna proceed and we're gonna do just a slow scroll to see who's left. Some teams, I don't know. I was gonna say some teams might be completely out, but maybe no team is completely out yet. I think there might, no, Book Club, they had it rough. They had it rough. Ultimate Hopes, they had it rough too. They had it rough. No other teams for the regular teams are out. For OCs, OC's doing better than the others, I'll be frank. OC's doing much better than the others. They haven't lost too many OCs. Let's go ahead, let's proceed and see who else we lose. As Aiko refuses to leave, an injured Gonta's side. If that ain't the most precious thing I've seen all game, I don't know what is. Some things are just naturally angry. Creepers, zombies, and Beto? You don't want to see Beto when she's angry. You peeve Beto, you don't want that. The end dyes his hair green. I don't think you want that either. He'll become less intimidating and more Christmas. Crazy Yoko finds a dimensional scythe just discarded on the ground. Although it's lost its ability to open portals to the spare dimension, it works very well for slicing Natsuki to pieces. Well, she is crazy. She is crazy. Possibly. Monophony tried to set a trap, unfortunately she ends up trapping herself every day. Tony imagines a future where he could be with Naoto. Marie tucks Mekamaru in bed and gives him a goodnight kiss, a good old smooch. Yosuke puts his trust in Jin, allows himself to fall backwards. Jin catches him. Yosuke says, Jin, I trust you with my whole life. Mama hits your hero with some sweet chin music. Goodness gracious. Kyutaro threatens Sky with a good time. Shuichi spends all of his points maxing out luck. Gatekeeper grabs Kokichi by the throat and says nothing to report. Kana accuses Avi of not being the real Avi? You don't know what you're talking about, Kana. Amber, Bite create their own secret code language so they can communicate safely without any unwanted eavesdroppers listening in, and if they did listen in, Amber would just slaughter them. Kotoka introduces Sagi to her long-lost twin, Kotoka. Man, Kotoka exists. Who would have thunk? Nana Achiaki does a quick prayer to Atua before going to sleep with the night. Kono spends the night setting traps for Edelgard and Ganyu to keep them out of his camp. Taka confesses his love for Kiyomi. Kiyomi gives him a look of disapproval. Sonya starts a dance party. Crom, Natasha, and Mr. H join in. A good time was had by all. Setsuna berates Tiger for not protecting her brother, thinking quickly. Satsushi constructs a homemade gun with only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. Alter Ego uses a samurai sword to strike down Kazuichi. Alter Ego, cheers. Rain repeatedly stabs Nagisa to death with sighs. Not cheers on that, that's my employee of the month. Pants gets mad at Hideko. Because Hideko tells Neku to count how many sand particles are in the desert. Why is there a desert in the arena? Well, I mean, maybe someone used the climate control remote. Things got a little too hot. Beat ain't afraid of no ghost. I don't believe that. Katsumi throws what they think is a Molotov at Nagito. Turns out the Molotov is just a rag. It's not even on fire. Tiki starts a factory that mass produces mistletoe. Was that a threat? Better not be. That's a lot of people in one event. As Kibo battles Monosuke in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Kibo bashes Monosuke's head in with an actual rock. Oh. Maki grabs Shoka by the throat. Kujo receives yakiniku from an unknown sponsor. Mukuro and Daisaku invite Marusaki, Houdin, Monotaro, Sarah, Denver, E, Squid, and Kurakuma to a party. A super kick party. Mukuro and Daisaku with everyone with some sweet chin music one after another all throughout the night. Then Akuma's get a hold of my soundboard. They're struck down for using copyrighted music. Carleone dyes their orange. Mochi gets bonked on the head. Peko kisses her homies. Iris, Hina, and Shiki. Good night. And Taichi. Taichi and I exercise underneath the stars. Starja wants me to give wants me to give Sayaka a chance, huh? I think I'll pass. Toasty execute all. Angie respects Murasaki. She doesn't love her, but she respects her. Okay. Buff Santa's allergies keep him up all night. Sumiya etches a sketch in a tree. Ashi takes that as a threat. Rindo uses some fireworks to distract Yui and Dimitri, but Dimitri is only pretending to be distracted, so when Rindo walks up to them, he kills him, saving himself and Yui both from death. Junko walks into a portal and turns it on. Her molecules got all rearranged. She's got ghost powers. Gozu sets up a rival store for Avi's wares and despairs. We'll see about that. And Masaru, Azura, Ito enter a scrum debate with So, Shiba, Kagami. They argue over which victim had the saddest death. I think we still have a day to get through, and that day starts with Jin taking a sip of tea, but the scalding hot liquor proves too much for him. He spits it out in the Tharja's face. Ashi, Beat, Monotaro, and I play cards together. I'm gonna tell you. Monotaro probably won. Carleone sips on apple cider. Kibo reminisces about season 3 Shiba. Kills Rain with his own weapon. Sonya wakes up from a long nap. Crom makes a poem for Taichi. Chiro, Dimitri, Kagami, and the Inn hunt for their tributes. Masaru finds the remains of a Viking ship. Kujo uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Shoko, but it fails because there's nothing to suck out. Shuichi and Sarah kiss underneath the mistletoe. Beto cleans the kitchen with her new kitchen gun. Great Gozu confines in Ito. Ito takes notes so he can exploit him later. Where in the world is Peko? Dead. She's dead. It would seem that Mechamaru and Edelgard have come to a standstill in Tarzan's forest. Junko tries to spear fish with a trident. Azura, Toasty, Natasha, So, Panth, and Mochi have a scrum debate over who the best protagonist is. For a moment, Naruto thought he saw Junko in Omama. Obviously, he was just seeing things, right? He's hallucinating. E tries to use slash kill on Mama, but you tried to... You tried to what now? You tried to what? You tried to do what? Okay. That's funny. E, get out of here. Get out. No. Trying to use slash kill, that's one thing. Trying to use it on Mama? Ejected from the match. Yosuke's writing a Danganronpa remake, which Kana's the protagonist, Kono's the antagonist, and Alter Ego's the mastermind. Alter Ego the mastermind. I could see it. Tigra wakes up and immediately has pancakes for breakfast. You know what, Tigra? You love to see that. And you love to see Tigra entering the World Pancake Championship match. You love to see it. As we go on, Iris steals from Ganyu while she isn't looking. Squid dies trying to escape the arena. Houdin catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. The Nanokumas trying to overthrow me? How could they? They fail miserably but survive thanks to Murasaki. Angie places a bomb next to the river to explode some fish. Nane Aichiaki gets her ultimate talents license revoked, but she's still the ultimate mastermind now. Yui and Crazy Yoko fight Amber and Aiko. Amber and Aiko survive, and do you know why? Because Amber's bloodthirsty, apparently. Mukuro mistakes the year of the Zenith for the year the Zenith is promptly murdered for it. Buff Santa starts planting seedlings in his garden. Sagi tries to hang a mistletoe in the arena, but Kurokuma swoops in, snaps his arm, burns the mistletoe. Denver finds a fedora, puts it on. Tony suddenly yells out, "Denver the platypus!" Kyutaro glares at Sky and says, "Do you want to die?" Sky runs away. Marie receives pancakes from AV. Gatekeeper receives a secret gift from her secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. Naoto camouflages herself in the bushes. Sumio takes a sip of tea, but the scalding hot liquid proves too much for her, spits it right into Hideko's face. Setsuna breaks down and starts shooting for an unknown reason. Kiyomi tries to console her. I force Monofony to work at the arena supermarket. AV's wares and despairs? Would I do that? You're dang right I would. He didn't go to think this is a great opportunity to score free fruit from her. Bite. Dyes his... What hair? He's a TV head. First he can't play instruments, he can't dye his hair. Don't think. Katsumi's exposed to Mr. H's sensitivity aura, causing her to become more emotional. She can start planting seedlings in her garden as well. Satsushi plays chess with death, she loses the game and loses her life. Taka ambushes Daisaku, kills him. Marusaki reminisces about season 3. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Tiki? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I know how many. 10. It's a perfect 10. Oh, it's true. You're dang right, it's true. Alright, well, you know, also, Neku thought he saw Junko in Omama, but we gotta, it's a clear, never mind, never mind. Okay, well, you know, I was here ending the music saying, alright, it's time for a good old Claire de Lune, but I guess we're just gonna hit a last surprise, huh? After opening a strange app on their phones, the tributes are transported to the metaverse. Beto, Ito, Jin, and Mama perform an all-out attack on Shiba. Masaru, Sky, and Panth obliterating them. Shiro and Kagami theorize just whose palace this is. Kiyomi, the end, Mechamaru, and Marie perform an all-out attack on a shadow, obliterating it. Nane Aichiaki, the mastermind, and Nanokumas theorize about whose palace this is. Toasty drives around in a cart collecting flowers and passes Alter Ego. Toasty waves and says, "Good job!" Ganyu, Iris, Naoto, and Edelgard perform an all-out attack on a shadow, obliterating it. Mr. H finds the boss of the palace, but is not powerful enough to survive. Mr. H isn't powerful enough? Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. Taka steals various valuables from the palace. Shoka Dimitri, Kurokuma, buffs Santa, performing an all-out attack on Shiki, obliterating her. Denver and Houdin theorize about whose palace this is. Kibo drives around in a cart collecting flowers and passes Monophanes, says, "Good job!" Bite funds the boss of the palace, but is not powerful enough to survive, taking that information to the grave. Azura is unable to awaken the power of Persona and is picked off quickly by the shadows. Neku steals various valuables from the palace. Amber, Taichi, Mochi, Angie perform an all-out attack on a shadow, obliterating it. Ashi, unable to awake the power of Persona, is picked off quickly by the shadows. Katsumi steals various valuables from the palace. Sagi finds the boss of the palace but is not powerful enough to survive. Takes that information to the grave. Sumiya, Nitasha, Setsuna, and Kyutaro perform an all-out attack on Shuichi. He's obliterated. And Yosuke, Monotaro, Tiki, and Beat perform an all-out attack on Kono, obliterating him. Kana finds the boss, not powerful enough to survive. Taking that information to the grave. The squad! Me and Junko theorize about whose palace this is. I know it's not mine. I don't really know whose palace this is. Whose palace is the arena? Is somebody's palace? I wonder what keywords they entered to get here. So, Nagito, the Great Gozu, and Sony perform an all-out attack on a shadow, obliterating it. Tharja and Marusaki are also theorizing. Murasaki is surrounded by shadows and is unable to survive. Carleone steals various valuables from the palace. Tony, Gatekeeper, Tigra, going to perform an all-out attack on a shadow, obliterating it. Kujo and Aiko theorize about whose palace this is. Hideko steals various valuables from the palace. Hina drives around in a cart, collecting flowers, passes sharpshooting, steel-minded Big Sister Sarah. Hina waves, saying, "Good job." Chrom is unable to awaken the power of Persona and is picked off quickly by the shadows. And thus, this turns into another 29 gone. We are almost down to 50. The right one for you. Almost down to 50, 29, and we will hit a, although this is, Last Surprise real good, it's a real good song, but I will say it's a Claire de Lune 4. Natsuki, Kazuichi, Nagisa, Monosuke, Rindo, Rain, Peko, E, Squid, Yui, Crazy Yoko, Mukuro, Satsushi, Daisaku, Shiba, Masaru, Sky, Panth, Mr. H, Shiki, Bite, Azura, Ashi, Sagi, Shuichi, Kono, Kana, Murasaki, Chrom. We lost a lot. We are down to 59. Still not your top 50, so you know what? We're still going on with just to proceed. I'm gonna scroll down and we're gonna see everybody who's left. Couple teams completely out. I'm seeing Shorty Sleepover completely out. Pinky and the Brain completely out. The Dude Detective's completely out. Speak No Evil completely out. Book Club has been completely out. Bug Hunter's completely in. Good on them. Daring Devotees, Ultimate Hope, One with Nature, all completely out as well. And then we go on and see the OCs have suffered several casualties. This entire row is completely out. Goodness gracious. As we go on, we see it gets more colorful as you go down, apparently. You know, some people are surviving. But it ain't over yet. 59 left. Let's see how many perish this time around. Edelgard challenges Kurokuma to a dance-off. Kurokuma absolutely he dominates. I'm just imagining the thing where the little dance contest at during Three Houses. During the past, not the past segment, but the what do I call it? Phase 1? The first part. Before the time skip. That's what I'm talking about. Kurokuma's in there with Edelgard, and he's just absolutely like, "Yes, I pick Kurokuma! Kurokuma! I also pick Kurokuma!" It's unanimous. Kurokuma wins. Unable to get a fire going, Great Gozu, Monotaro, and Taichi are forced to huddle together for warmth. Kujo adopts Amber as his child. What? That's her partner. The end never wants to hear Megalovania ever again. It's been a second since they've played it here. I'll be frank. Nani Achiaki loves Nanokumas as much as Maki loves Kokichi. Yikes. Throughout the entire night, Andy tells Marusaki a bunch of useless fun facts. Tiger dresses up as Kagi but breaks out in Cosbox. Kagi laughs. Tony gets mad because Natasha tells Starja to count how many sand particles there are in the desert. Why is there a desert in the arena? Neku finds a dark Dave in the arena and attacks him and bites him straight through the heart. Goodness gracious. Sumiya goes to the Love Hotel with Aiko. Buff Santa, Setsuna, Kiyomi, and Ganyu. Sumiya doesn't survive, but she dies happy. Dimitri gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Samurai Woman, but that's not. Oh wait, it's a banger. Yeah, I'll allow it. But Beto won. Carleon is gonna need a lot of therapy after this Hunger Games. Beto says, screw your samurai woman, it's dire docks time. I'm here for the water. Yosuke goes to the Love's Hotel with Shoka. Thinking quickly, Tiki constructs a homemade gun using only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. Ito is gonna need a lot of therapy after these Hunger Games. So kisses his homies Kibo, Denver, and Naoto goodnight. Marie chases Beat, Katsumi, and Alter Ego trying to enforce a curfew. Iris does a quick prayer before going to sleep for the night. Houdin throws a Molotov at Kyutaro and the fire dissipates afterwards. Houdin's still perfectly okay somehow. Shiro reminisces about season 7. Sonia has an irrational fear of Junko after having a nightmare about her. Monofini wakes up tied and gagged to a chair, with Hina giving her the worst torture imaginable, watching Marmaduke 2022 on loop. Is she dead? That might kill her. Jin fiercely shakes up a can of soda, pops its head, blasting Gatekeeper in the face with a stream of soda. Unable to get a fire going, Momo, Nagito, and Sarah are forced to huddle together for warmth. Gonta introduces Mekamaru and Avi to his imaginary friend. There's nobody there. Hideko starts a dance party. Toasty, Taka, and Mochi join in. Good time was had by all as we proceed. It is day 3 as Gonta finds the remains of a Viking ship. Beat receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Chihiro and Alter Ego pull their money together to hire Jin, an assassin, to kill Kyutaro, but Kyutaro is richer than them and pays Jin to kill them instead. Dang, I'm trapped in a box. Oh no! Am I dead or am I alive? Nagito ambushes Yosuke and kills him. Tiger seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Dimitri signs a petition to change American Yeetball to football. Houdin plays chess with death and wins. Mekamaru and the Grey Gozu play cards. The Grey Gozu loses all of his life points and is killed for it. Tiki has drip. You're dang right she does. So comes before Carleon in this event. Name a more iconic trio than Natasha, Katsumi, and Tharja. I'll wait. You can't. Naoto and Kujo have a picnic on a cliff. I comment on how nice this is. Suddenly the cliff falls from beneath them, killing them both. Beto and Taichi track down and kill Mochi, you monsters. Marusaki receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Angie embraces the power of positivity. Edelgard freaks out completely upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. Iris stabs Kagami with a sword, revives them with their wish ring, repeats the process until the wish ring burns their hand off. Kagi runs off. Asnir has named one of his children after sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah, here to save ya. Nani Achiaki falls into a pit but somehow lives. Taka becomes spherical. The End performs a fatal ultra combo on Toasty. Rest in peace, Marie. Questions her sanity. Aiko can't wait to kill Sayaka this game. Nanokumas practice their archery. Monotaro buys AV merchandise from AV's Wares and despairs. Asnir has also named one of his children after Momo. Buff Santa forces Amber to kill Kibo or Ito. She decides to kill Buff Santa. She says, I kill who I want, when I want, and nobody for it. See, she's just brutal for some reason. What is up with this? Kiyomi, Korokuma, Sonia track down and chill with Denver. Satsuna decides to lend me a hand. Kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Junko comes before Shoka in this event. Ganyu seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Hideko goes nya to annoy Hina. Hina stabs Hideko in the chest. Tony drives up to Maki Donald's, wants an ice cream. The machine is not working anymore, and the gatekeeper starts to go insane. We lost just 13. Just 13 that time around, and it is indeed a Claire de Lune for them. Neku, Sumiya, Monofini, Chihiro, Alter Ego, Yosuke, Great Gozu, Naoto, Kujo, Mochi, Toasty, Buff Santa, Hideko. We'll see everybody's statuses. We'll do a control F alive. We are down to 46. And they are 2 members of the Mets, baby. Nane Achiaki and Kyutaro. Watching the world burn sees the end. Mama and Dirty. Hiroka is right there. Seeking Justice has Taka. Friendly Fisticuffs Ito. Unhealthy Obsessions Tharja. Beauty Sleep Ganyu. Concealed Blades Edelgard. Royal Shepherds Sonia. Unhinged Commanders Dimitri. Final Gambit Taichi. Himbros Beat. Anthropologies rocking on completely in. Voice of the Voiceless completely in as well. Good on them. Nothing to report still has Gatekeeper, Trapper, and Trappy still around. Fashion Forwards has that Pancake Champion Junko. You love to see her. Buck Hunters, Gonta, and So still around. Samurai Woman style has Sharpshooting, still minded Big Sister Sarah here to save ya. Hina and Beto for Something in the Water. New Era has Marie and Kibo. Kiyomi still around. Houdin, Marusaki, Tigra and Tony, Kagi and Avi, Amber for smooth moves, Clay Pigeons completely, and Laughing Fit as well. And that's the end of the OCs, geez Louise. Then we have Monotaro, Kurakuma, Jin, the Nanokumas, and Mekamaru still hanging out top, and that's your 46 remaining, but we still have a ways to go in this red team battle. Shall we? Let's do it. We'll proceed and we see Night 3 begins with Denver, Nanae Chiaki, and Kagi having a battle at the edge of a cliff. The ground suddenly gives way. Denver and Nanae Chiaki fall over the cliff. Kagi remains. Mama is visited by the ghost of Tigra, Marusaki, and Sonia during the night, who warn her of what's to come if she does not change her ways. Those three perished. I don't know how it happened. Maybe Mama killed him. I don't know. Monotaro hits Mekamaru with some sweet chin music. Yutaro bashes Gatekeeper's head against a rock several times. He should be okay, right? He's got the helmet on, right? Edelgard kills Angie while she's asleep. Taka pushes Shoka off of a cliff during a knife fight. Goodness gracious, what was the start of Night 3? We lost so many people. Kiyomi starts a fire. Ito receives yakiniku from an unknown sponsor. We know who's giving him yakiniku. Hina, Iris, Houdin look for more people to become friends with. Beat's about to die, but Taichi says it doesn't count. Carleon loves Kurokuma as much as Maki loves Kaito. Junko commits tax evasion. Aiko somehow steals every item in Natasha's camp without being noticed. So gets a hold of Might. Y'all really want to play some dire docs nowadays. Jin gets killed and replaced by a realistic doll made in his image, but I'll allow that. I'll allow it. Satuna feels herself developing a crush for Nagito. Well, y'all are on the same team. I don't know if I'm here for those supports. Ganyu cuts off both of Nanokuma's, but like, wait, what? All of their arms? Both? All of them? Kibo gets a hold of my soundboard. Within the hour, they are struck down for using copyrighted music. Darjo discovers the mastermind and is killed for it. The death is made to look like an accident. Tony buys every version of Uno from Avi's Wares and despairs, you better believe it. Gonta fins Beto, Amber, and Sarah away from his fire. I am feeling especially kind tonight, and I give Katsumi a muffin. Enjoy it. Some things are just naturally angry. Creepers, zombies, and Tiki. She ain't that mad, but don't get her mad. Dimitri pushes Edge off of a cliff during a knife fight, and Marie dyes her hair yellow. I don't really love that look, but it might be okay. With the blue, it might be okay with the blue. It's day 4 as Ito cleans his kitchen with a new kitchen gun. Hina tells Aiko that she's not a clown but the entire circus. Tiki gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. So does Sarah. Nanokuma's find a fedora, put it on. Kurakuma suddenly yells out, Nanokuma's the platypi? Avi, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Houdin? 0. I think we've been through this. I don't hate any of the OCs. Natasha isn't surprised that Katsumi's made it this far. Nagito finds the remains of a Viking ship. Tony, Kagi, and Setsuna band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Iris accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Kibo doesn't believe in palindromes. Beto wants a nickname similar to Sharpshoot and steel-minded big sister Sarah. Maybe if you would. Maybe. Aw, Kyutaro. Don't you dare be sour. Nah, I can do better than that. Aw, Kyutaro! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous tag team champs, leg day, and feel the power. It's leg day. Yes, it is. They're actually leg work, but leg day fits better in this. It sure does. Yes, it does. But Marie does a sick kickflip. Sick. Name a more iconic trio than Carleon, Jin, and Monotaro. I'll wait. Go ahead. Mama puts their faith into a Tua. Taka plays chess with death and wins. I ask for Amber's axolotl. Amber happily shows me an axolotl in a bucket and doesn't brutally murder me. Thank you, Amber. Big preach on that. Dimitri practices his archery, so invades Gonta's privacy and listens to him sing in the shower. So you monster, that's your tag team partner. Taichi plants some trees, and Mekamaru reminds you, yes you dear viewer, to stay hydrated. Pete is working on an ad that will appear in the next episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Junko eats dirt, yum. Ganyu confesses how much he has come to hate Kiyomi. Kiyomi runs away crying, and Avi, on a scale of 1, how much do you like Edelgard? This is an interesting question. It's an interesting question, because I'm not crazy about Edelgard. But I do kind of understand Edelgard. Sometimes. So I'm gonna give her like a 6 because I don't hate her. I don't hate her. And it might even go up a little more once I play 3 Hopes. But you know what, right now she's sitting at a solid 6. She's at a solid 6. We'll proceed. We lost 11 more. We're at 35. 35 competitors, and after this, Claire de Lune 4. Denver, Nane Chiaki, Tigra, Marusaki, Sonia, Gatekeeper, Angie, Shoka, Tharja, The End, Iris. See everybody's statuses. We see Kyutaro is the last remaining soul from the Agent of Chaos team, the Mets, baby. Love those Mets. Mama and Dead, Hiroka. Mama's still around. Seeking Justice Taka. Ito from Friendly Fisticuffs. Beauty Sleep with Ganyu. Concealed Blades, Edelgard. Dimitri, Unhinged Commanders, Final Gambit Taichi, Himbros Beat, Anthropology Aiko, Voice of the Voiceless Tiki, Trapper and Trappy, Nagito and Setsuna both in fashion forward for Junko, Samurai Woman Sarah, Bug Hunters Gonta and Cell, New Era Marie and Kibo, Something in the Water Hina and Beto, Kiyomi is still around, so is Houdin, Tony's still in, Kagi and Avi still around, Smooth Moves has Amber with 8 KOs, she's insane. She's crazy. Clay Pigeons has Natasha, Laughing Fit's completely in, Monotaro, Kurakuma, Jin, the Nanokumas, and Mekamaru are all still around, but we still have a show to get on the road. 35 remain. It's larger than a standard size game, but I feel like that'll change once we click proceed. As Night 4 begins, thinking quickly, Houdin constructs a homemade gun using only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. Ito dyes his hair orange. Honestly, might work out really well for him. Ganyu hits the Nanokumas with some sweet chin music. She kicks every single one of their tiny heads off. Mama and Dimitri hold hands. Taka passes out from exhaustion. Nagito commits tax evasion. Amber uses all of her mana coins to buy out Avi's wares and despairs for the day. She's got weapons now. Everybody run. Marie sets up camp for the night. Sharpshooting, steel-minded Big Sister Sarah challenges me in Battleship. I sink her Battleship. Of course I do. Of course I do. I practiced since last time. B throws what they think is a Molotov at Tiki. Turns out the Molotov is just a rag. It's not even on fire. I don't even think fire would affect her that much. Kiyomi and Carleon have a pose off. Carleon wins. Edelgard decided it was a good idea to nosedive a bear preparing for hibernation. The horror. Why did you do that? Gonta edits the description of this video. Kagi goes to the Love Hotel with Kurakuma. Both die of exhaustion. Kibo screams into the void. Beto and Hino work together to drown Jin. Why would you do this? Monotaro, Katsumi, and Junko perform a fatally glorious air combo on Mekamaru. Tony finds a strange notebook on the ground, writes Setsuna's name inside. Setsuna dies of a heart attack. Natasha and Avi settle their dispute in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Let me tell you, I probably lost. I lose a lot in rock, paper, scissors. So, gets distracted. Aiko ain't afraid of Note's ghost. Taichi tries to set a trap. Unfortunately, ends up trapping himself. Kyutaro's unknown sponsor is Avi. Do I sense some bias here? Well, probably not. I'm still not over Kyutaro from the first road to AV Mania. Let me tell you, Kyutaro, you made a name for yourself on this channel after that. Day 5. Oh man, Junko hunts for their tributes. Amber attacks Katsumi, but B protects her, killing Amber, ending her reign of terror. Almost took out Katsumi too. Goodness gracious. Marie uses slash kill on Dimitri. Taichi wakes up dead. So unleashes his final smash on Aiko and Tiki. They both lose their final stock. Nagito begs for Kyutaro to kill him. He refuses, keeping Nagito alive. Houdin decapitates Taka with a sword. Goodness gracious. Natasha, Beto, and Kiyomi start fighting as Beto runs away as Natasha kills Kiyomi. Carleon breaks the fourth wall and compliments you, the viewer. Put a smile on your face. Make the world better. Monotaro is theorizing how to best counter Api's jinx. Ganyu raises Gonta's hopes and then dashes them quite expertly. Hina wants Avi to give Waffles a chance. Sarah asks for Tony's axolotl. He's got one in a bucket and he shows it right to her. I take a sip of scalding hot tea or cider, one of the two, spit it in the Ito's face, and Mama kills Kibo with his own weapon, probably some sort of laser beam. We lost 15. 15? Dang, that's nearly half of everybody we had left. After this, Claire de Lune 4. The Nanokumas, Edelgard, Kagi, Kurakuma, Jin, Mekamaru, Setsuna, Amber, Dimitri, Taichi, Aiko, Tiki, Taka, Kiyomi, Kibo. We'll see everybody's statuses. We got a lot less people left. A lot less. Do we have what? How many did we lose? How many did we lose? We lost 15, I think? 15 and we had... we're at 20. We're at 20, I believe. I think we had 35. Yeah, we're at 20. I was like, I think we had 35. Something like a pretty even number. We're at 20 people. Kyutaro, Hiroko, Ito, Ganyu, Beat, Nagito, Junko, So and Gonta, Sarah, Marie, Beto, and Hina. Something's in the water and they're cooking up something nice. Houdin, Tony, me. I'm in the final 20. Good job, me. I said I could, hold on, I swear, if I win this one, while trying to jinx myself, then it is multiplicative. Natasha, Carleone, and Katsumi Laughing Fit's really doing okay together. And lastly, Monotaro, the last remaining cub. We are down to your final 20. It's anybody's game. It's not for anything, but you know what? It is for something. The champion of Red Team. Who is it gonna be? Let's find out who's Red Team's true champion as we proceed. Beat has a dream of Monotaro winning. Is this a premonition or something? It's possible. It's a 1 in 20 chance. I receive a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Who gave me that hatchet? Thank you. Mama has no weaknesses. Hina attempts to climb a tree but falls to her death. Rest in peace. Gonta hesitates to kill Katsumi, so Katsumi blows herself up with a grenade. Wow. And then So throws Natasha off of a cliff. Then he does the same thing to Carleone, Houdin, Junko, Nagito, just like he can imagine climbing a ladder and throwing someone off of it. So is like, I gotta get ready for AV Mania. And you know what? So I respect the heck out of it. Marie, Tony, and Ito look for more people to become friends with. Sarah receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Beto tends to Kyutaro's wounds. Ganyu signs a petition to change American football to yeet ball as we proceed to the feast. It is feast time, and the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Ito enjoys some steamed hams despite the fact that they're obviously grilled. Tony destroys Beto's memoirs out of spite. How could you? So and Marie, they're like, we're not going. Gonta kills Sarah with his hatchet. Mama decides not to attend the feast. Beat decides not to go. Ganyu ambushes me and kills me. She's a shotgun. What was I supposed to do? Monotaro takes a staff, leaning on the cornucopia. He's got a staff. He's dangerous. And Kyutaro is killed by the elusive player 1 with a space in between. Uh-oh. We still have time to go and not many people here. As Marie finds Shuichi's hat and puts it on, Tony sets up an ice cream shack. Nobody comes. Mama asks Ito if he likes boat. Ito says no. So decapitates B with a sword. Gonta breaks the fourth wall to compliment you. In particular, yeah, that's right. You. Monotaro has drip, but Ganyu's the director of drip, and Beto wants AV to give Sayaka a chance. You know what, Beto? I've had enough of people wanting to give Sayaka a chance. I'm sorry, I gotta disqualify you. Get out of here. You're ejected from the match. We'll proceed. We've now lost 12. 12 of our remaining 20. There are 8 people left, which means after this Claire de Lune, 4. Hina, Katsumi, Natasha, Carleone, Houdin, Junko, Nagito, Sarah, Avi, Kyutaro, Beat, Beto. That means it's time for a little something. You might have some picks, and they might be doing truly spectacular and wonderful, but they might not be. They might not be. If they aren't, you might want some new picks, and those picks within your final 10 are picks that we like to call your Saving Grace picks for Mama and Daddy. Mama's still around. Ito remains for friendly fisticuffs, and I gotta tell you, Ito's in that match. Ito's in that big ladder match. Maybe Ito is the one we should have been watching. We know we just announced So for that ladder match, and he's still in, and he's got 9 KOs. But Ito, do not count out that Geo God. Now, he's not a Geo God, but he's a Geo God in my heart. Ganyu from Beauty Sleep. She's a former tag team champion. In her very first season, she won the tag team titles for Chiaki. Don't count her out. She wants to make her name. She wants to etch it in history again as the champion of Red Team. Ganyu. Could she do it? We still have both, or 2 out of 3 members of Bug Hunters, Gonta and So. Do not count out So. I'm gonna have to say this a couple of times. Do not count out So. And do you know why we don't count out So? So is one of just 2 characters who has held the Champion of Champions title. So that's him. Has held tag team gold as well. He could do it all. He's in this World Pancake Championship match. He could do it all. Gonta is still here as well. It'd be nice for Gonta to pick up another victory. Could today be the day he becomes the champion of Red Team? Marie, for the new era. Don't count her out either. She knows what she's doing in these games. Tony, is he the last? Tony's the last OC standing. As in contrast to yesterday, Tony's the last one remaining. Can Tony do it? I don't know. And Monotaro, the last of the Cubs, the last of the miscellaneous. That's all she wrote. Those are your final 8. Who do you got first, second, and third? I'm gonna pick mine as well. Give me So for first. Give me Ito for second, because I think it's gonna come down to a battle between those two members of that big AV Mania ladder match. For third, I gotta pick Mom. It would be wrong of me not to pick her, because I love her to bits. Hero's mom has got it going on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your final 8. And within your final 8 here, I know you've made your picks. You make them real quick. I don't need to like pressure you to be like, make those picks, like and subscribe. Y'all know what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. And I respect it and I appreciate it. But Hiroko, Ito, Ganyu, So, Gonta, Marie, Tony, and Monotaro are all standing tall, thoughts racing, hearts thumping, with the same beat, the same pulse, the same determination as that of a samurai woman. Finally, who's coming out as Red Team champion will proceed, and we will see Ito starts a factory that mass produces mistletoe. Is that a threat? So, finds a big red button, presses it immediately as if he had a death wish, much to his disappointment. The button didn't do a thing. Gonta is hot and bothered because Monotaro set Gonta on fire with a flamethrower. Don't count out Monotaro. Someone had a vision that he was going to win the whole thing. Ganyu gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Samurai, but it's already... I mean, I guess I'll really allow that. That's fine. Tony stabs Mama straight to the heart. Tony walks away satisfied. I'm not satisfied! Marie tries to treat her infection just like that. We are down to 6, and 6 slowly becomes even less. As Ito confesses how much he has come to hate Ganyu, Ganyu kills Ito with his own weapon. So, Monotaro, Tony corner Marie, and they're about to kill her, but she suddenly pulls out a grappling hook and uses it to escape. We're at your final 5. It's Ito. No. It's Ganyu. So, Monotaro, Tony, and Marie after this Clair de Lune for just 3. And those 3 are... Actually, it's not a Clair de Lune. It's a terrible turnabout for Gonta, Momo, Ito. It's your final 5. This is everybody's status. That's 2 of my saving grace picks, by the way. We don't like to talk about that, though. It is Ganyu, it is So, it is Marie, it is Tony, and it is Monotaro. Monotaro with 6 KOs, but let's not forget about So, who's got 9. He's got 9. He threw a whole bunch of people off of a cliff. He's got 9. He's scary right now, but you know what? It's anybody's game. 20% chance for any of these competitors to win. And within our final 5, Ganyu, So, Tony, Marie, and Monotaro are all caught in what we like to call a crisis of fate. Let's do it. Final 5, Tony, Monotaro, Marie, So, and Ganyu. Let's do it. Let's see. We'll see right here. It is Marie dying from hunger. Tony screams into the void, So fiercely shakes up a can of soda, pops its head, blasting Monotaro in the face with a stream of soda, and Ganyu rejects your reality, substitutes her own. She consequently ends up dead. It is Tony, it is So, and it is Monotaro. Will someone's vision come true and Monotaro wins this whole thing? Who's a psychic? Who predicted it? So is still around, and so is Tony. Will proceed, and we see So hates how he acted in the past. Just disgusted by what he did in the past. He wants to move past this phase of his life and actively become a better person, and I comment on how well Monotaro's doing. Tony watches as Monotaro walks off of a cliff and accepts his fate. Alright, well, it's So versus Tony, and as we proceed, unless there's an arena event that ends it all, then we're down to your final 2. This comes off to a face-off. The final 2 face-off, as with a terrible turnabout for Marie, Ganyu, Monotaro. And it's time. It's time, it's your final 2. 9 KOs to 2 KOs. So and Tony, I have to ask you, one question, and one question alone. And that is, who will it be? So, Tony. It is Tony's first season. He is in the finale for the OCs. He did very well that episode. Could he become the champion of Red Team? It's a possibility. But one person stands in his way, and that is a man who's now a part of a big ladder match. A man who's made his name known in the series, has aligned himself with Nagito and one of the most decorated champions, Kokichi, and has found success in tag team action, and is one of the only non-Danganronpa characters to find success in singles action. He is a former Agent of Chaos, he has a list of accolades, and he's looking to make Red Team champion. Another notch, another bullet point on his resume. Will it be So? Or will it be Tony? Can Tony stop the warpath that So is on? Or will So get a perfect 10 KOs by knocking Tony out? Will it be both of them? Or will it be neither of them? It's been over an hour, and I think it's time we find out. For Red Team, between So and Tony, it is boom, 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 boom. So steals my soundboard and is about to play something, but Tony kills So before he has the chance. Tony then gives the soundboard back to me. Oh, Tony, thank you. It's very rare that someone gives my soundboard back. You stopped the warpath that So was on, and you are the champion of Red Team. And I'll save that dialect for right now, as I officially announce that your winner, representing 2-5 Red Singles OC action, his district partner Tigra made it into the World Pancake Championship match. And Tony? Oh, he's standing atop of Red Team as your Red Team champion and takes the win. Congratulations, Tony. You earned it. You deserved it. You outlasted and you took out So, one of the most, I won't even say the most dominant, but you know what? When opportunity arises, he knows how to capitalize. If we were giving the ultimate opportunist title, and I think was it Natasha? It might have been Natasha who brought this up. That in terms of like opportunist in this series, it's Kokichi and it's Yui. But I honestly think I think So might really have to have his name tossed in that hat. He had the opportunity of a lifetime. Basically a one-time opportunity to become singles champion, and then he did it. Former tag team champion, he did it. Agent of Chaos, he did it. He's almost done it all. If he seizes another big-time opportunity, we might have to give that title to him, but right now it's really a battle between Yui. And it's a battle between Kokichi, as I think Natasha mentioned. But for today, opportunity lied for Tony. And Tony's the one who capitalized. Monotaro took 3rd, Ganyu 4th, Marine 5th, Ito 6th, Hiroko 7th, Gonta 8th, Beto 9th, and rounding off your top 10, there's Beat. Congratulations to you. As we scroll down, we had a whole lot of people, and it was a big fight feel. You can check out where everyone finished, OCs and non-OCs aside. It was a fantastic match, a lot of interaction, and a big OC winner. OCs won both, count them, both of the team battles. Good on OCs, good on them, proud of them. As we go on, we had a big old fight, and I loved every second of it. We'll proceed once again, and we will see it start with Ashi stabbing Fat Togami, but it all ended with So trying to steal my soundboard, maybe trying to give him an edge that would help him take out Tony, but Tony killed him before he had the chance. A preemptive strike, a wise move, and Tony walks out as the Red Champion for the Raging Reds. But when we look at KOs, we know who came out on top. It was So. But right behind him, if Amber stayed in any longer, she might have like 12, 13, 15. She would have broken, I believe if Amber stayed in this match, she would have broken a record. She would have broken a record. Jin had 7, Beto, Dimitri, Monotaro had 6, Buff Santa had 5, so did Beat, Hiroko, Natasha, Kyutaro, Satsuna, and Tiki. Everyone else was 4 or less. This match just felt bloodier. It really did. It really did, didn't it? I'll agree. The red team match just felt bloodier than the blue. It's because they're the Raging Reds, and they had a reason to rage. And sure enough, they did show out that rage. They sure enough did. We'll go back to the reaping. We'll scroll all the way down. This was red team, and make sure to check the description. The pin comment, more than likely in the pin comment. Probably in the description, definitely in the community tab. And it's Friday. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of things happening today. Make sure to check out the fan votes. Oh, this probably ends close to, if you came right on time, then the road to AV Mania is probably in another, like, 30 to 45 minutes, quote unquote. The next road to AV Mania little stream on Friday. Get excited for that. But for right now, I think it's time we call it, because I have plenty to do, because I'm going to be out of town on Saturday. So I got plenty to do in the meantime, because that means I don't have recording or plotting time for Saturday, for the most part. So, we'll see what happens. Stay classy. Year of the Zenith, Toon Link Dave, Anomaly, the Anomaly Cars, and United States Aviator taking off. Toodaloo, flight crew. Thanks for watching.